Hey guys, welcome back to the range. Today I wanted to cover a question that was sent to me by a gentleman named David Kim, and he asks, does the Tier 1 Citizen 2-point bungee sling create good tension for taking longer shots? Alright, so David, this is for you. We're standing at 100 yards. Down there in the shadows is a steel torso target with a white circle on its chest, and the head is painted white, and it's what I use for zeroing purposes. And I'm shooting 55 grain M193, nothing special. And what I wanted to show you guys is the Tier 1 Citizen 2-point sling, which has bungee sewn into it, does create tension. Originally I had, I forget what it was, fair amount of bungee, we'll put it that way. There was a fair amount of bungee in the original sling. And what I found was when I was trying to create tension like this, I had too much give in the sling. What I needed was, right there, the sling has bottomed out. But look at how much travel you get, because remember the bungee is nothing but a shock absorber for the weight of the rifle when the rifle's off on the side. If you're not wearing a chest rig or armor, you don't fully understand what a hassle that right there becomes across your neck and across your clavicle if you don't have shock absorbency built into your sling. But I wanted to have enough shock absorbency to absorb the weight of the rifle and the movement of the rifle, but I didn't want to have so much that when I went to create long-range tension, I couldn't wind up in the sling and get the tension that I need, because right here, I've got a lot of support. And I don't have to do that by taking up slack or creating slack in the sling. What I wanted to make sure that I did was to create enough shock absorbency in the sling to control the weight and the sway. Boy, these sweat bees are after me today. And when they get froggy, they start biting. What I wanted to do was create enough tension in the sling to create the weight, to control the weight and the length of the rifle for you, so that it wasn't flopping around all the time, but it also wasn't beating you up. But I also needed to have it short enough so that when you required accuracy out of the sling, you pushed out, and right there, I have all the tension that I need. Now guys, remember, this technique, you have to be careful not to do this for too long, because if you compress this arm, you start getting brachial pulse. The artery starts causing your hand to go like this, bump, 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 with the beating of the heart. So you can't have things too tight for too long. But this gives you enough time to get into the sling, create the tension, corkscrew, as my friend Shane says, corkscrew into the rifle, pass your shooting thumb to the support side of the weapon. So instead of your thumb being here, where you can impart this kind of motion, you pass it over to isolate the musculature in the forearm. And basically you push out in front of you, it creates tension. There you go, 3 solid hits, dead center of the chest. And once you're done, you release the weapon to the side, the weapon settles back in place, or you grab the stock and you push out, and it stores the weapon to the back, and the weapon sticks to your body, and it stays out of the way of your chest rig. Because remember guys, your chest rig can flip your safety off when it's moving around, and also when you have support gear on your waist, your safety can be flipped off. So it's one of those deals where when you're coming around with your rifle, what I'm getting at is if the rifle has been here for a protracted period of time and you've been moving around with it, before you pass it to the rear, you may want to sweep your safety to make sure it's up. But at the very least, push out, away from your body, and rotate to store. And you hear how the weapon goes, because this is true mil-spec webbing, 100% US made webbing. This stuff doesn't fray. I've had very expensive slings and they end up fraying in a short period of time. This stuff does not fray. I have slings that are very old that are still 100% operational. Why? Because the stitching doesn't come loose, because everything I do is hand sewn with a sewing awl, not a sewing machine. And the components I use are all 100% US based, including the very thread that I use, including the sewing awl that I use. So I'm trying to give you guys the best product that I can for the best price possible, and that's the answer of, does the 2-point sling create enough tension for taking long shots? And the answer is yes, it does. As always, I thank you guys for your support, for your sling purchases. I thank you guys for your donations to keep this channel independent. And I also want to remind you guys that when you buy a sling, you get a sticker. When you buy 2 slings, you get 2 stickers. When you buy 3 slings, you get 2 stickers and a pull tag. When you buy 4 slings, everything is doubled. So it's 4 stickers, 2 pull tags. And the reason I point this out to you, if you buy 4 slings, somebody just did this the other day. If you buy 4 slings, or a dog leash, I make dog leashes as well. If you buy 4 whatever, slings or dog leashes, you get 4 stickers, 2 pull tags, but use the discount code that's there on the website, T1C25, I'm sorry, T1C15, I wish, 25, T1C15, and it takes so much off when you put it in the shopping cart that you almost end up with a sling for free. But what you do end up with is $25 worth of swag for free, which more than balances out the cost of one entire sling. So guys, pull together with your friends, buy slings together, everybody saves money, everybody gets swag, and everybody wins. As always, God bless you all. Thank you for watching. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one.